This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 24, verse 5, and it reads, "The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant." All praises, all power, all glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakah Kodash. All praises, all power, all glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakah Kodash. All praises, all power, all glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakah Kodash. Yahweh being the name of the Father who the world ignorantly calls God. Yahweh meaning He exists. Bahashem meaning in the name. Yahushai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Yahushai meaning He delivers, He saves. Bahashem meaning in the name. Rakah Kodash, Spirit Holy. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who teach one and rule well, who taught me this truth. Peace and salutation to the Akyam, fellow laborers, the hopeful elect, pushing this truth at risk of their own lives throughout the four corners of the earth. To the Akwathim, listen and learn in sincerity and truth and in silence. Shalom. Akyam meaning brothers, Akwathim meaning sisters. Shalom meaning peace be unto you. This is your brother Shema from the Pillars of Benjamin camp here in Toronto with another lesson. Right? And Esau, he's got a lot going on. Right? A lot of distractions out there. And there's also a lot of bold in-your-face moves taking place that Esau is doing. Right? And today news came out that there was tainted water leaking from a nuclear power plant in Minnesota, right? But what stands out is that they're now saying the leak took place in November of last year, 2022, and they're now just releasing the news that this took place, right? And the first thing that comes to mind is Esau and his false flags. Because no matter what, we know that this wicked man wants to kill off the tribes, right? We know that this wicked man, it's all about the birthright, right? We know that this wicked man wants to kill off a great amount of people on this planet in the name of population control amongst him and his elites, right? So we see the banking crisis going on. This morning, news release that there's tainted water. Right? A few weeks ago was the train derailment. Isaiah 24 verse 5. The earth also is defiled under their inhabitants thereof. Right? This place is defiled. Esau, Edom, the Idumean, he's defiled this place. Because they have transgressed the laws, right? This place is not being ruled in righteousness, right? Land Sabbath isn't observed, right? Changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant. Let's read this in the NLT. The earth suffers for the sins of its people, for they have twisted the Most High's instructions, violated His laws, and broken His everlasting covenant, right? This place is not being ruled in righteousness. And until Yahushua comes back, this is the state of things. I want to watch this interview. And the Lord willing, will attach some more scripture.
Active leak at a nuclear power plant right here in Minnesota.
Xcel Energy says it happened at its plant in Monticello last November. Now, contaminated water is slowly creeping toward the Mississippi River. WCCO's Alan Henry spoke with agencies about how they plan to stop it and why it took months for the public to find out.
Jeff Rowan lives about a half a mile from Xcel Energy's nuclear power plant in Monticello. He had no idea that 4 months ago, 400,000 gallons of radioactive water leaked in the facility.
Yeah, that concerns me. That somebody wouldn't have told us, especially the city should have let us know. Somebody should have let us know.
Both Xcel and the Minnesota Pollution Control Agency released statements about the leak Thursday afternoon, making it public knowledge for the first time. They say on November 22nd, they discovered a pipe leaking the radioactive water and began it. Almost 4 months now. Why are people just now hearing about this?
If at any point there had been a concern for the public safety, we would, of course, immediately provided much more information. But we also wanted to make sure we fully understood what was going on before we started raising any concerns with the public around us.
Both Xcel and the Minnesota Department of Health say at this point, there's no risk to the public.
The plant is located about 3/4 of a mile away from the Mississippi River, and officials tell me none of that leaked water has reached the river, at least not yet.
The groundwater beneath the facility, it's been determined that it moves in the direction of the Mississippi River slowly, but that's the direction that it flows or moves underground.
As crews work to keep the leaked water on site at the plant and retrieve it from underground, they say the rain and snow we're getting now is actually helping.
Actually, as the snow melts and contributes to water in the river, that actually creates a natural pressure that will push the water that leaked from our plant back toward the plant. So nature is actually working with us here, which is good.
Alan Henry, WCCO 4 News.
The state emphasizes the leak has not contaminated any drinking water wells. Xcel says it plans on powering down the plant next month to remove and repair the broken pipe.
Right. You can't listen to this demon, this devil. You can't listen to him. He's a liar, right? And he's always got 7 more abominations in his heart being mind. Isaiah 26, verse 10, and it reads, "Let favor be showed to the wicked." Right? Who's the wicked? Esau, Edom. Right? This is his rulership. This is his heaven. Right? Let favor be showed to the wicked, yet will he not learn righteousness. Right? The Most High Scripture says, promotion cometh neither from the east nor the west. Right? The Lord put this man in rulership. Right? Yet will he not learn righteousness. Right? He's going to be wicked. That's his job. He was created to be the wicked. In the land of uprightness will he deal unjustly, and will not behold the majesty of the Lord Yahweh. Right? Because the Lord's not dealing with him. Right? He's not calling on the Lord. The scripture said, "The fool saith, there is no God." It's talking about Esau. Right? And these ruling class elites can go they can go in many directions. You know what I mean? They can go in the direction of 15-minute cities. Right? There's a environmental protection agency. Right? They could declare it contaminated land. Right? Right? Snatch people up, throw them in internment camps. Right? United States Environmental Protection Agency. Let's look up something. Right? They could come in the name of temporary relocation. Pesticide removal project, July 1995. It's only one page. Slack. But this Idumean, right? Everything he does is tied to legislation, right? But this is a direction that he can go. Right? I'm not going to waste too much time on this. See the contents. Preparing for your temporary relocation. Where will I be relocated while my home is being cleaned up? When will I need to move? How do I move to my temporary housing? Right? Because Esau, listen, everything shrouded in and everything is shrouded in legislation, rules, laws, right? We know this diabolical madman wants to collapse the dollar, right? Mandate the grain of rice, Revelation 13, verse 16 on down. We know he wants to kill off the tribes, right? And we know that he's wicked. We know that he's going to use many layers of wickedness. Isaiah 14, verse 6. He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke, right? Esau smote the people in wrath. Smote Jacob, Israel being a people for a place in wrath. He that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted, and none hindereth. The whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing. Right? And when Yahushua returns, the whole earth is going to be at rest and quiet. Right? Verse 8. Yeah, the fir trees rejoice at thee, right? Because this man has destroyed lands, Amazon rainforests, forest canopies. He's defiled the soil. He's contaminated the waters. So yeah, the fir trees are going to rejoice. And the cedars of Lebanon saying, since thou art laid down, right, since you wicked Idumean have been, since Yahushua came and put his foot on your neck, right, no feller being a tree cutter, is come up against us, right? Let's jump down. 16. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms? Okay, this man destroyed the earth, right? Esau, Edom. What's that scripture in Sirach, also known as Ecclesiasticus, chapter 10, verse 4. The power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord, right? Whoever's in rulership, the Lord set him up, right? The Most High Yahweh Shemel Shai is in control of things. And in due time, he will set over it one that is profitable, right? The kingdom to come next, Jacob, Yasharallah, right? Then the earth, it's Jacob that is profitable, right? Right now the way this world is being run, the way this earth is being governed, it's in wickedness, man, right? Tainted water being leaked, right? And if you look where this up in Minnesota, right? The worry is that it will get into the Mississippi River, and the Mississippi River runs right down through America, right through Illinois, through Minnesota. Let's see, is this one? Through Minnesota, through Iowa, through Wisconsin, right? Through Illinois, Missouri, Arkansas, Mississippi, right? Right down through Louisiana, right down into the Gulf of Mexico, right? But when you look, all these bodies of water are connected, man, right? All these bodies of water are connected, right? Little rivers, right? The Illinois runs up into Lake Michigan, and what Lake Michigan is connected to all the Great Lakes: Superior, Lake Huron, Erie, Lake Ontario, right? These bodies of water, the St. Lawrence River, somewhere around here, they run out into the Atlantic, right? You go further south, right? The Mississippi River, right? If it goes west, these are all bodies of water, man. Right? So let's just say Esau's working on a false flag, all right? And he's dumping tainted water into the Mississippi River. In no time, right? These bodies of water will be contaminated. And guess what? Esau can swoop in and say, we need to temporarily relocate. Right? Right? Or mass bodies of people are being deleted. Isaiah 14 verse 16. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms? Right? When Esau, when Esau goes down, right? The whole world, let's look at this word, narrowly. They that see thee shall narrowly. Strong H7688.
Strong's H7688. Shagach. Shagach.
To gaze, stare, glance sharply at, look, right? I mean, all these other nations gonna look on Esau Edom, right? Right? Narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms, that made the world as a wilderness? Who did that? Esau, man. and destroy the cities thereof, that opened not the house of his prisoners. Right, and he didn't let go of Jake, man. Hung on to Jake. Right? Perpetual slaves. To this day. Job 27. '23. And it reads, men shall clap their hands at him, and shall hiss him out of his place. Right? The whole world gonna rejoice when Esau Edom is taken out of his rulership, man. Right? Look at this word hiss. Strong's H8319.
Strong's H8319. Sharak. Sharak.
Yeah, hiss, whistle, pipe, hiss. To be shrill, to whistle or hiss. You know? People gonna be looking on Esau saying, damn. You know? Shit. You know what I mean? In Jamaica, Benjamin will be kissing their teeth. Right? Right. The whole world gonna rejoice when this guy's taken out of rulership. Isaiah 55. Right, and who's gonna do it? Yahushua. Isaiah 55 verse 12. And it reads, for ye shall go out with joy, and be led forth with peace. The mountains and the hills shall break forth before you into singing, and all the trees of the field shall clap their hands. Right? Everything is going to rejoice, be happy that this diabolical madman has been removed from his place. Let's close. Isaiah 65. Isaiah 65 verse 17. For behold, I create new heavens and a new earth, and the former shall not be remembered, nor come into mind. Right? Because this place is going to be melted with fire and refreshed. Right? The Lord's going to send his son Yahushua with the hosts of heaven, the chariots, the ships, fire laser beams, and beam up his elect in tandem with the thermonuclear intercontinental ballistic missiles, which will cause the lake of fire on America the Great, Babylon the Great, right? And then the elect will come out of the heavens, out of the ships, New Jerusalem, right, and go forth conquering and plucking out these ruling class elites out of the caves and their bunkers. Let's get that. Psalms 148. Right, and establish the kingdom of Israel on earth as it is in heaven. Psalms 149. Psalms 149 verse 6. Let the high praises of the Most High be in their mouth, and a two-edged sword in their hand. It's talking about the elect, right? When they get those new bodies, and they're coming down out of the ships, New Jerusalem, to execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishments upon the people, right? This is part of the promises, man. To bind their kings with chains, all you elites, all you banking families, you international bankers, and their nobles with fetters of iron, right? Because you're going to be hiding in your bunkers, your mountain bunkers, the space stations, to execute upon them the judgment written, right? He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity, right? This honor have all his saints, beginning with the elect. The saints are Israelites, beginning with the elect, Praise ye the Lord, Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai. Stay prayed up, pray without ceasing. Shalom to the hopeful elect.